the shooting guard position, standing 6'8", number 0, Jalen Brown. In the middle, standing 6'8", number 15, Brandon Hall. Starting at small forward, standing 6'5", number 22, Desmond Bain. At forward, 6'11", number 13, Jack Jackson Jr. At guard, 6'3", number 12, Jack Morris.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Desmond Bain.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Grizzlies, the forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. Wells is out there with John Morant, and it's Clark in at the 5 down low. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defense. Well, Morant just puts so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
Dunn kicks to Harden. Dunn sets a screen for Harden. 3-pointer. They get it back. Zubac. He doesn't hit that one. Bain looking around. Pass to Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Clock at 4. Bain finds Clark. That one doesn't go. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. Our coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, Jones. Harden against Morant. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
The vision that Harden has displayed over his career, simply elite.
What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League assistant there to NBA assistant and now to NBA head coach.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And so here's Memphis. Clippers able to drain the three. Back to Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. Bane against Powell. Pass to Jones. Screen by Zubac. The offensive rebound. And he uses the glass on the lane. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
On your feet, fans, here they come.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Edey's checked in for Clark. Smart comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. And then for Los Angeles, Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Zubac. Porter comes in for Chris Dunn. And Bones Island subbed in for James Harden. Now, here's Bane. 23 points his last outing. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Putting that length and athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Porter against Smart. Porter passes to Jones. Jones sets the pick for Highland. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Powell against Bane. Jackson a screen on Powell.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Los Angeles leading by 3. They've got Pippen. Santi Aldama is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Edey, and it's Smart in at the 2. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Coffey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. And here are the Grizzlies now. It's a 5-point game. Smart against Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pippen for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Pippen's got himself on the board with 3 there. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
The score now all even. Edey's got his first basket.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Here's Highland. Oh, that's blocked. Pippen with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Smart passes to Jackson. Back to Smart.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Aldama. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Highland passes to Bamba. Here's Coffey. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Grizzlies 4th.
Well, look, they've been great over the last month from 3. That is so important for their offense. Making threes opens up the entire floor.
And the first one at the line is good. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Bain comes in for Santi Aldama. Wells, he's checked in for Smart. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Powell comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's James Harden in for Highland. Now, here's Bain. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Bain. Fades and shoots. And the rejection by Harden. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Pass to Wells. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jones sets the pick for Powell. Down low, 4 on the shot clock. Inside, here's Morant. The Clippers grab the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The 3 from Morant. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Los Angeles on top, up 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Zoo, facing a stout defense like this, what do you guys need to do to be effective?
You know, we look to play in a fast pace, run the floor, run pick and roll, hard defense, and, you know, we're playing good defense so far.
And the results speak for themselves with that. Thanks very much, man. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And that game against the Warriors, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Los Angeles leading by 6. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Zubac a screen on Morant to the inside. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Powell. They set the pick to the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Jackson a screen on Harden. And here is Clark. Down low. Left side Jackson. One on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Showing some muscle on that finish. Jackson Jr. doesn't get thrown off balance easily.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Harden bounce pass. Dan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, oh,
That is a great finish!
oh my gosh.
And on any given play, the beard can take your breath away. He's just got that flair for the spectacular.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Clark a screen on Powell to the middle. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jackson. Marcus Smart comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Powell against Bain. And here is Powell. Hasn't made one yet. Zubac with the screen for Powell. 5 to shoot. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Second chance shot. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Clark.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Edey's checked in, and then for Los Angeles. Bamba's checked in for Zubac. And Amir Coffey is subbed in for Highland. Here's Coffey. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Clock at 6. Batum a screen on Pippen. Here's Porter. And Pippen pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Smart kicks to Pippen. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. And he gets it to go from the high post. And Pippen's got 5 now.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now Porter. And he converts the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. John Conchar out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Pippen. Then there's Smart. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pippen for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity in this league.
Outside, Porter. Back to Highland. Down low. He's looking for Porter and finds him.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injuries. Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Bamba. Derek Jones comes in for Nicholas Batum. Powell, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. And it's James Harden in for Highland. He's off on the second. And the dunk by Zubac.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Clark a screen on Harden. Morant the bounce pass.
Really tough to disrupt the rhythm of Jackson Jr. on that shot.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Memphis, Jared Jackson Jr. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Chris Dunn's checked in for the Clippers. Good on the second free throw.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Powell, the pass to Zubac. Outside, Jones. Dunn dishes to Powell. Jones sets the pick for Powell. Over Bain. Offensive rebound. And he comes up with the deuce. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Here's Morant. Outside Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Jones kicks to Harden. To the paint, wants to get it to Dunn and does.
Yeah, Jackson's length impacts both ends.
Morant passes to Clark, and it's Clark with the finish.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Zubac, a screen on Morant. Harden's shot is good.
And putting so much pressure on your defense. James Harden, a menace offensively.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Clark, a screen on Harden. Morant finds Clark. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:35 left in the fourth. Here's Harden. Zubac trying to break loose. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
It's Harden with the drive. Zubac against Clark. Harden looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Done. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Clippers on defense. They lead by 7. They grab their own miss. And it's Clark with the finish.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden draws the double. And so they foul intentionally.
Brandon Clark. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac taking 2 shots.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
With the step back. And it's Morant missing. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for LA, James Harden, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 8. Guys, what's your take?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Now the Clippers with it. Dunn finds Harden. So the Clippers with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. James, terrific road win. I would imagine you're feeling pretty good about how y'all played tonight.
They're a really good team, you know, so we wanted to come here and just battle. And we finally get in the groove, you know. We got to just pick it up on the way, and one thing we're going to rely on is our defense. So, you know, tonight's another great effort, and we just got to keep it going from here.
Battle. Sounds like a winning formula. Congrats, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game.